Hi, you guys. Uh, I don't know how many of you guys care anymore. Sometimes I think nobody cares except maybe me and a few others, but excuse me. But we're in a lot of trouble, and I've been saying that for quite a while now. Uh, but nobody seems to, it doesn't seem like anybody really cares. But, you know, just this last week, Congress gave Obama free reins to start martial law whenever he wants to. And if any of you have been paying attention, you know that uh, he's going to do that. He likes the idea, but for most of you, uh, that will be your wake-up call, probably, that something's not quite right. There's a whole lot of things out there that if you pay attention that aren't right. But this will be the beginning of really bad things. Um, Gun confiscation will start, my guess is at the same time. And then all hell's going to break loose. And it's coming. It's not next year or 5 years from now or anything like that. It's coming. My guess is real soon here because Obama's in a lot of trouble because of all the lying, of all the things that he's done, and they're starting to come to head. Even a lot of Democrats are finally waking up, and it's sad because this is not a Democrat or Republican issue. This is about the Constitution and the Bill of Rights and our freedom. That's for all of us, not just Democrats or Republicans or anything. And in fact, if we don't have that freedom, there is no such thing. And there's no rights. So for those of you who think, oh, well, it's no big deal, this is Obamacare is no big deal, and then his executive privilege, he says he can kill Americans on American soil anytime he wants, anywhere, and he doesn't have to answer. That should have shocked a whole bunch of people into a wake-up call, but it didn't. But what that means, if you're paying attention again, like I said, they just started charges on this film producer that produced the film last year. Basically it was trying to get minorities to understand that the Bill of Rights and the Constitution are what make this country a free nation and allows people with nothing to start with nothing and build themselves into whatever they can or want to be. And the government doesn't like that because they're hell-bent on basically, at this point, they call it socialist, maybe communist direction. That's not what they're aimed at. The New World Order is taking over this country, whether you believe that or not. If you'll do some research, you'll find out that they have. And they're backed by the Illuminati, which for a lot of you don't know that term, but it's basically Satan. And for those of you who don't believe in Satan, it doesn't matter. It's like a guy told me the other day, the New World Order believes in Satan. They believe that he's leading them. So whether you believe in it or not has nothing to do with it. That's what's going to happen. That's what is happening. And it will be done along those lines and along what they believe needs to be done, which that gets into what they call Agenda 21. And Agenda 21 is their agenda. And I've told you this before, but if you go look it up online, Agenda 21, part of that, one of the big things in that agenda that you should be, it should make you wake up, is their plan is to exterminate 92% of the world population. That's all of us, if that you haven't figured that out. And maybe if you understand that, then maybe when you see or hear, like I've put the pictures up, I've put the information up, and you can go right online and look it up for yourself. That's why they have millions of coffins across this country stored at 800 and something, 860 is the last count I heard, FEMA camps, which the military, you can look it up, in their manuals refers to them as re-education camps, which is the same thing that Hitler called them in Germany. And then later on they were called concentration camps. Or concentration camps, I'm sorry. Okay? That's where they exterminated the Jews. So now, if you put all those together, maybe you'll wake up. That's here right now. It's on its way. And a lot of you are out there, you're not paying any attention. You're calling people like me, you're calling us conspiracy theorists. It's a conspiracy, but the part you don't understand is it's not a theory. It's a fact. It's taking place right now, right before your eyes. Obama just purged the military of over 300 of its leading military people and put his own in. Why do you think that is? You need to ask yourself these questions. You need to answer them. These also, here's what's really scary about this, is most of these have been along the lines of the nuclear program, and who runs them, who pushes the buttons, all of those are the people that have been replaced. And it is not for the Middle East or somewhere else. The move is to destroy this country. And if you listen here and there, not that you can believe the mainline media, all they do is do talking points for what the president wants you and I to believe. But if you do listen here and there, you'll hear people from other countries begging us to wake up and not allow this to happen. And I'm with them. I'm trying to wake people up. And there's a lot of us that are awake, but there's not enough of us to fight this thing. We have to have you guys stand up. Now, what we're trying to create is enough people standing up that this doesn't turn into a bloody war. But if that doesn't happen, that is exactly where it's going. It's going to go into a bloody civil war. I don't know how that'll turn out. I know the first phases of it are going to turn out bad for the cops that are involved on the other side. Yeah, and I know what the plan is. It's online. The cops are the first phase, and then they're bringing military to clean up the cops and us. And that's not going to work real well, and then they're going to bring in the foreign troops. That's all on record. It's not some guess. Obamacare, they keep pushing it. It's a total failure. But you need to understand what it's about. It has nothing to do with health care. It's about milking the American public of every dime that they've got. The whole process is designed to bring this country down, to break it. And for some of you who, again, aren't paying attention, so I'm hoping that you're listening to this, so maybe I can wake you up. All over the world, the big banks have started purging bank accounts, started putting limits on what you can withdraw. Wells Fargo announced, I think it was yesterday, in this country, that it's thinking about restricting what you can withdraw. And the last figure I heard was maximum of $3,000. What do you think that's all about? I've had stuff like this on before and nobody paid any attention, but I told you, your 401s and your bank accounts are going to be gone pretty soon. Yeah, it hasn't happened yet, so I guess I'm just full of it. Okay? Well, I'm telling you again, it's coming. All you have to do is read a newspaper. They're doing it all over the world, and they're doing it here. It's all the same company. So I'm begging all of you guys, I don't care what your deals are. You need to put them on hold because, you know, if we lose this thing, we're all going to wind up in a concentration camp. Most of us are going to wind up dead. Some of us will wind up as slaves. But it's not very far away. And all it takes is for enough of us to stand up and say, no, this is not going to happen. And we can stop it all. But we can't do that without all of you guys. You guys that think this is a Democratic issue, you're Democrats. And because you won different things in the past, by way of the Democratic Party. Problem is this has nothing to do with that, but it has everything to do with it if we don't win, if we don't salvage this nation, your rights to anything are gone. Native Americans, Indians, it's still the Constitution and Bill of Rights that allow you to bring on your agendas for sovereignty, for treaty issues, all those things. When this becomes a dictatorship, which is so close you can taste it right now, those issues will not be issues. You will not be able to bring them to anything. They're done. You're done like the rest of us. All of these issues, gay rights, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the issues are. Without that Constitution, the Bill of Rights, none of that matters. So, I'm begging you guys. You have to wake up. You have to stand with us. It's like I keep saying, it is not a Democrat or a Republican issue. They're all in bed. The Republicans have sold everything out. And the Democrats also. There's good people in both those parties, but they don't have anything to say about anything. They're just following along right now. But we're this close to losing it all. I hope you guys hear me. I hope you start standing up and talking. And supporting the people that are standing up against these things. Otherwise, we're going to lose, and it's right around the corner. Your kids will have nothing. Your grandkids will have nothing. And it's not, I don't like to put time frames on things, but this is going to happen. And it's real shortly. Please stand up and help us fight this. Thank you.